Hi guys, and welcome to another video on Sonal's Life. So going into this video, I was a bit confused on what to name it. If you sort of look at the title of it, you might get it. I am not a psychic, I am not predicting the future of New Japan. I can't tell you if New Japan are going to have a partnership with AEW. I can't tell you who's going to be heavyweight champion next year. But I am here to discuss the future of New Japan in terms of the talent. So the future generation of New Japan talent. Now, this has sort of come at a perfect time because we've had, during this year's G1, we've had the Young Lions opening at every single show. And in terms of the US New Japan show, we've had the Lion Break Crown, which has basically been a tournament with some of our Young Lions from LA and also some up-and-coming stars in the American independent scene, and also a few names that I'm familiar with and a lot of you will be familiar with. Now, there's always a worry with promotions, and I know this happened last year when the Elite left. Once you get rid of big stars, who is going to be there to step up? For a lot of companies, you don't have to worry about that. You've got promotional territories, and New Japan is no different. And I'm sort of going to look at some of the talent that you should look out for in the future years. Now, here are some shout-outs. I don't want to put these names, obviously, in the list because they are not up-and-coming talent. They are fully cemented in my opinion. So people like Toa Hanare, an amazing wrestler, and for me it's sad that he's not getting the opportunities. So yeah, that's a quick shout out, and now we're going to go on to looking at the actual system itself. So in Japan we've got the Noge Dojo. Now technically we have 4 Young Lions. So we have Shota Umino and Ren Narita, who are currently on excursion. So Shota Umino is in the UK and Ren Narita is currently at the LA Dojo. And then we have Yota Tsuji and Yuya Uemura. 4 very different competitors. Now, I personally don't know what Shota Umino and Narita have been doing during this pandemic in terms of if they've been doing shows and practicing. But before they left, they were very established wrestlers. So Shota Umino, obviously, he'd been in quite a few tournaments and established himself as a heavyweight. Ren Narita had taken part in the Best of Super Junior and got some amazing experience, and with his frame and skill set would be a perfect addition to the junior division. Now, what's scary is that they were amazing when they left. Now, what they're doing during this excursion, like I said, I can't tell you. But knowing that when they come back, they will probably have more skills, they will be better, stronger, faster, that should give us a lot of hope that they are going to be stars. They're going to come back with more skills and to put on amazing and more diverse matches than we saw when they were in their black trunks. Same with Yuya Uemura and Yota Tsuji. Yota Tsuji is firmly a heavyweight, and Yuya Uemura has said he wants to take part in the Best of Super Junior. We've seen him in Junior Tag League with Tiger Mask. They are both very strong competitors. Like, we've seen during the G1 that they've expanded their repertoire, so they're using new moves, new submissions, and I feel like it's a repetition thing. Like, they are this good now, but they are still quite early in their Young Lion days. Like, they've not gone on excursion yet. They've still got so much to learn from not only their senpais, but the people they go against, from the people around them. And those 4 for me, like, they almost feel like they're really close to me because all 4 of them, I've seen them progress. So I started watching New Japan when Shota Umino and Ren Narita just started their career. And I feel like, following through, I feel like a proud parent. That's probably the best way to describe it. And it's sort of very similar with the LA Dojo. So the first person, okay, technically not a Young Lion anymore, but Carl Fredericks. So obviously he was one of the first members of the LA Dojo. He has now since graduated and is now out of the black trunks after winning the Young Lions Cup last year. Honestly, this guy is a future champion. He is strong, fast, athletic, charismatic. Now, there aren't many people who have such a confidence about them when they just come out the trunks. There's few, maybe like Jay White and things like that. And what's exciting is no matter what faction you put him in, where he goes first, so whether he goes in a singles or a tag, the Never division, one of the top titles, there is so much he can do with his moveset. And I feel like he is someone that, if he decides to stay a babyface, could be a real hit with the fans across the world and in Japan. And that's the same with the other Young Lions in LA. So we've got Clark Connors, who obviously won the recent tournament in America in an amazing match. Now, we've seen that he's had experience before, but since coming to the LA Dojo, he has just got stronger and better. He is getting a more solid foundation from, obviously, Katsuyori Shibata. And that's the same with Alex Coughlin. I knew less about him. I didn't really know if he had much of an experience, and even at the start, he wasn't really given the platform to shine. But he has been picking up a lot of experience, showcasing why he was chosen. And the one person I'm very excited about, obviously, in the LA Dojo is Gabriel Kidd. From the UK, someone I've been following for a few years. I even got to interview him, and I'll put the link in the description below. It is crazy how much he has changed. So he is probably a veteran among young lions. I mean, he's been wrestling probably more than Yota Tsuji and Uemura combined as a professional, winning titles in England and things like that. But he has decided to go. He has jumped the gun, and he wants to go back to basics. He wants to learn from the best. And like Uemura and Tsuji, he is currently opening nearly every single G1 show, getting experience, getting wins, showcasing that, and sort of reminding people, like, yes, he's a young lion, but he is a good wrestler. Like, he has been wrestling for so long that he already has the skill set. Really, this was just about honing them in and trying to get a bit more of a diversity in it. Now, talking about that is obviously what we've got is the LA Dojo and the New Japan Dojo, but over the past few weeks in the America show, we've obviously seen quite a few new stars. We've got the guy who went against Clark Connors, Danny Limelight. Now, he is honestly, like, they've had this whole thing going throughout the tour with him and Rocky Romero, and I see so much of each of them in each other, if you know what I mean. Talented, high-flying, charismatic, sassy. Like, they have the ability to take, like, obviously I've not seen Danny Limelight, but if he goes to Japan, he will take the crowd and have them in the palm of his hand. He has everything you need to be a professional wrestler. And you know what? I can see massive things. His frame and stature is something that he could be a heavyweight or a junior, and I'm excited to see where he's going. In terms of juniors, there is someone that I was really excited to see on the New Japan America shows, and that is Adrian Quest. So I've written a bit about some of his matches before in previews of other promotions, and it's someone I've been following for a few years. So I was over the moon to see him. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, he is a high flyer. He is fast, quick, athletic, dynamic, everything that you want from a junior heavyweight. And I think he is gonna, even though he's quite a veteran really, he's had so much experience, this is going to be his chance to shine on a bigger platform. Now, I've got a few other names from those shows. So we've got Blake Christian, Barrett Brown, and then also Logan Regal, whose brother is currently in the UK, but as Kevin Kelly has told us, is part of a tag team with his brother. Now, especially at the moment where we've obviously got Yo from Roppongi 3K injured, if those two brothers come back together and they obviously go to Japan, that is another great addition to the junior heavyweight tag division, which some people have said are lacking in terms of not talent, but quantity, because we don't really have that many. You've got the champions Yoshinobu Kanemaru and Desperado, Hiromu and Bushi, and then obviously some other young lion and veteran combinations. I think, put them in Japan, they will be amazing. And I've said so much in this video, and I've spoken about so many names. If you don't know by now that New Japan is going to be safe no matter what happens, then you're crazy, because these guys are all so talented. Whether they've had years of experience or not, they are in the best place to hone their skills, to gain new ones, to learn from some of the best in the business. And I'm excited because on this list there are so many future champions, whether, like I said, juniors, heavyweights, the Never division. Whatever comes, I really hope that they all do amazing, and make sure to keep your eye out for them in the future. So, hopefully you enjoyed this week's video. Like always, like, subscribe, comment, make sure you follow me on social media at wrestling_chat. This weekend is the final of the G1, so I will be back with a review next week. Stay safe, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye!